who that? Because being a man, you got to establish some respect, and to get respect, you got to draw blood a little bit. So outside of, we ain't talking about the military. I don't want you hanging on the military. That's a white man shit, and you just work up under them. I'm saying, what other races of men is intimidated by you?
Why are we judging intimidation by success or by what's name? So hold on, I gotta ask you a question.
In order to build something, you have to establish a threat. No other races of men is threatened by you, brother.
No, hold on. Again, so who's threatened by Asian men? Answer the question.
Oh my God.
Nobody. Yeah, I know. See, again, you said.
So, Asian man is.
I'm not done saying. Hold on, brother. Again, you said you were the dumbest nigga in the room.
Terrorists, right? Those terrorists need Asians, right? So the terrorists, right? That goes to show you how Asians is very important. How Mexicans are very important. I'm saying African American. Where is your importance outside of the niggas? Where's where they need it? Like they got to not worry about Mr. Fantastic. Basically, what I'm saying is no other races of men is threatened by you. They don't need shit from you. You don't own shit. You don't build nothing. You don't got nothing. Even though you work in the military, right? And you got a problem with me being on government assistance. But guess what? You government assistance, but guess what? You retire from the government. Guess what you can't do? You can't kick me off because you don't got that power. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Kick me off the government then. You don't like me being on welfare, kick me off then, government. You fought for.
I'm back, y'all. We back. We gotta get to the salute to everybody. Jay Prince for President debates Mr. Fantastic 824 on DJ Hamp's channel. They get into a conversation. The conversation was well-rounded, but they get into a debate about, you know, the typical street guy versus the typical nerd, working guy type nerd guy that isn't from the streets, and they get into this debate. This is all I want to say. A lot of people, I see them go at JP and shit like that. Maybe they say that he on welfare. He says it too.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
He's not the smartest in the room. But somehow, some way, it seemed like JP be getting the best of these people. They got the scholarships, but he be making a point. He'd be like, wait a minute, bro. Why is JP right? I'm telling you, even if you don't agree with JP, bro, you be like, wait a minute, bro. Why he sounding right now? Exactly. We're going to get into that. Make sure everybody subscribing to the channel. Everybody subscribe to Ongo. Make sure y'all dropping your likes. I'm going to be doing a poll. Hit the poll. Pause. If y'all see it in the chat, let's get into it, though. It's crazy.
You fought for 20 years with your life.
Yo, 20 years with your life, boy.
All his money.
You got to get into this.
He like regretted.
Good morning, AFR. Jeez Louise.
Nigga, the streets is over. The streets, fuck you do.
At our age, I got to agree with you at our age.
40, if you're over 30 out here motherfucking playing in the streets, you lame as fuck. Okay? You're lame. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up in motherfucking prison, spreading your cheeks and lifting your sack. And we know what happens, Hamp. Speaking of the prison niggas, if you're there more than 5 years, okay? If you're in prison more than 5 years, you fucking with them boys, okay? All right, so hey.
People can say that about the military because I think there's more gay activities in the military than it is in prison. First off, it's illegal. Let me say this real quick. And this is no disrespect. I'm just trying to state the facts. It's illegal in prison. You got some of your anomalies, your one-offs, but it's completely legal in the military. So don't just say that prison is where a lot of gay men, but And not to mention the military also have that more than the prisons do.
The difference is this, though. The difference is this. We know they're gay.
Y'all don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. We know they're gay motherfuckers in the military, bro. And it's cool and it's whatever.
No, we
right?
did not know that. I ain't never thought a soldier that white people is gay.
Well, you're a person. Any person can be whatever, right? But the thing about it is that even when the prisoners tell you, you go to any one of these prison
They whack people off.
tubers and they main
They whack men off.
story is gonna be what? Their most popular story is gonna be about niggas getting their ass took. Okay.
Can you hey, DJ, can you imagine?
Hold on, JP. Let him finish. You got the floor.
Oh, man, my bad.
The most famous jail nigga of all time said booty is more important than water. Take the L, hold it, and get the fuck out of my face. Stop
I
it.
think that's just
What famous jail nigga he talking about, bro? Booty is more famous than water? The most famous, whatever the hell he just said. Pause, first of all, son. What the hell is Mr. Fantastic talking about, bro? I would like to see what the hell he's talking about, bro. Jail nigga, what? I don't know what the hell he talking about.
him. But DJ, can you imagine the military fighting against the war and all them niggas got a BBL? War. DJ, can you imagine the military fighting against the war and all them niggas got a BBL? And titties and shit.
Let me ask you this. What straight man would even say something like that? The funny part
These
is
niggas up in an army suit with a big ass fat booty that is a BBL and titties.
the funny part.
With a big ass.
The funny part
These
is
niggas up in an army suit with a big ass fat booty that is a BBL and titties.
the funny part. Now the funny part is this. The funny part is the nigga that talked about going to jail and him imagining
I'm heating up.
that. The funny part is the nigga that been to jail and the first thing that takes up in the military is a nigga with a BBL.
Why is you defending that? You know that's real though. Am I lying?
It's not real. It's not real. I'm gonna say it again.
There's not no gay men in the military.
You said you love being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay?
In the military.
You said you love being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay? I know it's slow. You got to process it. You said you love being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay? I know it's slow. You got to process it.
The reason why
Being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay? I know it's slow. You got to process it.
the reason why I like to be the dumb one is okay. Go ahead.
Mr. Fantastic, your mic is low, Mr. Fantastic. Cut off the noise. Hold on, real quick. Cut off the noise. You got noise suppression on?
Hold on.
Cut off noise suppression. Because it'll suppress your mic too. Just keep the echo.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Let me say this right quick, y'all. So the chat wanted us to just let the video play, and then I could drop the link and we'll come up here and react. Now, if y'all want, it turns some smiles upside down. You can't defute what I'm saying. But if I'm the dumbest, that means y'all supposed to be the smartest. I shouldn't be making you stumble on your words, making you sound like you're an adolescent with a speech impediment. You done graduated from Harvard. I'm just saying, brother. But you can't say gay men now. In gay men, yeah, there's gay men in prison, but they was gay before they even went to prison. It's illegal to have gay acts and stuff like that. Whereas when you go to the military, it's completely okay. Like before the military allowed that, from the numbers, it will look like it wasn't no gay men because no ask, don't tell rule. But the moment they gave them the options to wear BBL while they go shooting people, right? Now that number done increased dramatically because now it's legal. Wow.
AFR was good.
Salute to you, DJ Hamp. Once again, you're running a great panel, man. Listen, I better example and actually famous, not resistance to the white man, no matter how hard that had to actually grow up in the hood, hats, all that stuff. And you follow as well. Nothing largely, you say there was all these some people. Okay, and then he was in.
He was trying to.
Yeah, he couldn't. He's really
Floor. That's that. Same
false stuff. They like. I remember the fashion.
right. I mean, well, right. FUBU started to face.
It created a lot of men down low men, but the moment and you just agreed, it created a lot of men here. It was just mean DL brothers. So if men were gay in the military, they had to hide it. So that means when they got drugged out of there, that means that created a lot of DL brothers. So it doesn't mean that those gay men wasn't there. It was just mean that they had to pretend like they was not. It created a lot of men down low men. But the moment, and you just agreed, the moment they gave people the right to go to be gay in the military, and they skyrocket.
I didn't use those words. Did not use those words, sir.
Wait, hold on. I didn't cut you off. And
yes,
they still don't cover the men that still, because of their pride, still don't cover the men that's kind of down low still. So that's another subcheck sector of people that still might be in the military that's down low. That's that. When it comes to the street dudes, bro, you said nerds, I mean, these uppity nerds is taking over, bro. That's a lot still. Man, I'm looking at the nerds today that comes online. I'm still juggling, like I'm tossing women all up in the air as credit. And while these men coming up here keep talking about they can't find a woman to do this and who out the bam, I just got a host from the Pop the Balloon show that they come up here cooking me dinner. But the butlers, they ain't every once in a while you get a couple of butlers. I'm not saying men can't get no woman, period, but
right.
a lot of times women don't find that character of this. I think this is what I've been saying my whole life.
Terrible women don't find us attractive. Wait, fix that for you.
If you not no gangster in a black or no ghetto nigga in the hood, black women gonna look at you like you gay. Damn near. If you gotta either be criminal, you damn near gotta be a criminal or you gay. If you want around here acting like you white, she gonna look at you.
Jay, did you've gone through traumatic things. Hold on, Jay. You've gone through traumatic things in the hood, right? Hold on. Didn't you go through traumatic things in the hood? Like, I went through traumatic things that made me want to get out of the place. Like, especially smart people in the hood, they either get out or they crash out.
Interrupt you, dude. You didn't want to interrupt it. So, and another thing when it comes to black niggas in the ghetto is the reason why we got a lot of freedoms that we have today. Because you got to think about it. Most of the nerds was more conformative. They bow down. They don't have no fight. The original word thugs came from the niggas that was rebelling against the white man. That's where the word thug come from. The thugs, when you say the word thugs, I don't think us black men that come from that neighborhood should feel bad because we a thug. That was a white man label that he labeled us black men, the warrior class that's gonna rebel against them. And when you talking about men, we die, we got a short lifespan. I can say yes. I do believe, especially as the position that black men are in today, basically living on their back. I do believe that men we warriors, we supposed to die of crime. We supposed to die fighting, right? The woman is the only one should live in natural causes because at the end of the day, we all got a lifespan, right? It's a lot of men die, but everybody can't go to the military, right? So what about the men that's dying in the military? They getting whacked in the military just as well as they is in the streets. But I can say that I'd rather die young, live fast, die young, than live old on my knees, begging.
Quick question. So again, you proclaim to be from the street, of the street nigga.
I am the streets.
Okay, you are the street. So why the fuck are you alive?
Some niggas make it.
Nah, you ain't about the shit you living about.
All street dudes don't die. I got a lot of uncles and cousins. We all street, and a lot of them ain't in their 60s.
You had your time. Now, bro, again, you not about that, dog. You're not, you're a lot, all of your record is
Go ahead, bro.
bullshit, bro. You not about that. You are a worse cosplayer than the real, than the nerds, right? The
Bro.
real niggas are the niggas that's halfway in the street. One in, one out. You're not toting, you're not moving.
I think that's disingenuous for him to ask him, if you are a street ninja, why are you alive? We know many people that is from the streets or live that life and they are alive. See what I'm saying? This is where I'm saying the conversation becomes kind of disingenuous, or where a person in another position thinks like, what is he saying? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. I understand what he's trying to say, but it seems like he's more trying to say a point just to say something to JP when he has a chance to really make a real solid point to him. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue.
Moving that, and you not definitely not. I know nothing.
I never come up here and try to convince you of that.
I know nothing, right? So in the tier of street niggas, you are at the bottom. Okay, you're not, again, being in the streets and being of the streets and all these.
How you know what's a street nigga? What do they do?
I'm from Macon, Georgia. I've lived up and down.
We ain't talking about what they do. What did you do in the street?
Stop cutting me off. I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Good morning if y'all just entered the building. Yo, look, I'm just blocking Duke right here, man. What's his name? American. This nigga look like Ned Flanders, look like Homer Simpson, homeboy. Look, let me let it play so y'all can see.
Georgia, okay?
You put no work in the street.
Hey, hold on, shut up, bro. I didn't say nothing while you was talking. I'm from Macon, Georgia. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I was living in fucking Norfolk, Virginia for I don't know how long. If you don't understand what the fuck that means, again, you just don't know. Listen, you don't have to be in the streets to fucking see the streets and understand the streets. The street niggas love saying this shit and it's dumb, okay? It is not that complicated, all right? Being a fucking criminal, a bad one, all right, it's not hard. Being a bad criminal, meaning you end up locked the fuck up, all right? You got to sit your ass down behind them bars. Is not difficult. And it is not admirable for you to fucking.
It's true, though. That's true, though. He's making a point with that. So I'm not going to say that he's not saying something that's real. Because Mr. Fantastic is saying something that's real, too. You know what I'm saying? It's just how he was coming at that one point that I had. So let's just see how he continues build.
Throw your life away and then go work for the same white man you keep talking about, right? For free. Throw your life away for years for the same white man you keep trying to talk about. It's a problem to fucking go and work for the military when there's a fucking positive outcome. So again, thank you again for being the dumbest nigga in the room and proving it. All right? This street shit is not hard. We done all seen gang members. We done all seen drug dealers. We done all seen motherfucking real, true killers. Bro, I knew the killer niggas in Macon and I was a fucking nerd. A nerd and a motherfucking basketball player, okay? The street niggas' names, the nigga that was really putting in work, everybody knew their name. So what we talking about here, bro?
So let me respond to you right quick. So you trying to make it seem like it's just this easy stuff. Actually, it's a lot of street life for myself. A lot of it, these were the cards I was dealt since I was a little kid. It was environments that I had to, it was not only just my environments, my family was this. My uncles, my big brothers, my cousins, even the women of my family that was raising me come from this, right? You gotta, that shit is hard when you gotta see a lot of people. I remember one time we was outside in the projects and my mom was talking to her friend named Puddin'. And somebody drove up and shot the woman down while my mom was talking to her, deleted her. Right, that's just one incident. While I was outside eating a sausage sandwich, we was all used to listen to that Too Short song, talking about the ghetto. Everybody was outside when that happened. So that's one. A lot of times, I look at the street dudes more braver. When you got to go in that corner every day, and you know it's a high chance you're gonna die. You're gonna get into a fight. You're gonna get backdoored, you're gonna go to jail. You gotta watch out for everybody, but the people that you gotta watch out for supposed to be having your back as well. when you know that you moving weight, I went to jail for selling before I got caught selling dope. I was been selling dope. That was just the time I got caught. But when you know every day you get up that corner, even one sale, one dope sale, this could be a controlled buy, a CI, right? So it's still, and you know all of the risks, and you willing to still do it for whatever reasons. Most of the niggas do it to feed their families who out the bam. And you still do it, and knowing that you're gonna go to jail, you are the bravest of the black community. You are that man. That's what the American military do. That's what made American great. Why? Because American take his street soldiers to other countries, rob, steal, delete, and sell dope. You mentioned Florida. Florida built off dope. This is the American's way. So when you see us black men emulating that same behavior, it's just that y'all are the safe niggas. Y'all are the dudes just got to get permission from another man. That's women, they don't view you masculine.
Let me say that.
Hold on, you be asking for extra cups of water from the white man behind bars. What the fuck you talking about?
Here we go, real quick, right? Hey, y'all got the floor. I just want to make sure we get B Middleton in. Got a few super chats to read, man. Make sure y'all support the show.
I gotta ask you, how y'all think about that? JP says the person that goes on the corner selling the drugs, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying, that's out there setting up shop. These people are the realest people. And the people that's, I guess, getting a check, or I guess Mr. Fantastic was in the Army or the Marines or whatever, in the forces or whatever, at some point. So he's making a part at that too, but he's making a point to people that basically don't live that lifestyle. He's saying that these people are really the brave people, knowing that you're going to go in that corner, knowing that nobody like you, knowing that people going to backdoor you, knowing all of these things to provide for your family. You're going to go out there and still do it. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, many people could look at it and say, yeah, but if you're still doing these things, it's foolish. Many people are going to say that. Yes, it's foolish. You know what I mean? So I can agree with anybody in the chat that's saying that as well. You know what I mean? But in a sense, I can see as if the world, maybe right now, he's saying purposely right now, you is not like that, then you're not masculine and a woman is not viewing you masculine. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the world turned Booker Eli. You know what I'm saying? Now the dudes that's running around living that type of lifestyle, maybe it might be topsy-turvy because these people ain't got no cool, nothing. They don't care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But JP is saying right now, not no Booker Eli times, right now, if you're not a person that lives like that, then really, you're not the bravest of the bravest. What do you think about that? Because even people that go to war, you know what I'm saying? That's real too, son. You know what I'm saying? Whether you go on war for the white man or not, it's still war, son. You know what I mean? You're still going to war, bro. What do y'all think about that?
Please. I just want to, this is what I need us to agree upon, right? There is an admiration in our community for that archetype. And we say it's the women, right? But it's the men as well. There's an admiration for the archetype of the quote unquote street nigga, right? Whether we were that, whether we saw it, whether we loved to hate it, there's an admiration. We have some type of affinity.
Shout out to the 111 people here. Make sure y'all hit the super chat, hit the cash app, support the stream, hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's get our stream out here. So everybody come in and enjoy this conversation, y'all. Let's go.
And I think in America we do, right? John Dillinger. These are all people that we made a bunch of movies out of. So we have an admiration for that archetype that'll seemingly push against the system. Although we know most people get locked up and go to jail because they stop pushing at a point, right? But there is a lot of admiration for that archetype. Do you guys think that that's a fair statement, whether it's men or women?
Yeah,
it's a fair statement, but I want to push back just a tiny bit. I personally don't have an affinity for Jesse James, for Frank Lucas,
but no,
for none of these
anecdotally,
people.
yes. No,
Let me finish.
My statement. My statement was we right? So I understand that there's people who do not, but I'm saying that
as a collective, I understand. I get that point, and you're right about that. But I will say there is a sizable percentage of people in general that would I like maybe more of the anti-hero. That's the closest to a person I could appreciate, like the Punisher, like Shaft, like who's another. You know, you see like somebody like in a great area within the law, but not,
they're doing it for honorable reasons, seemingly, right?
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah. So that's all I wanted to push back on.
I think that's fair, and I think we all kind of see that because when people, it's just an odd thing in these environments, right? Everybody ain't doing drugs either, right? So when these people are outside hustling and things of that nature, right? There's families that they are feeding. There's places that they are protecting. Like Bumpy Johnson, you couldn't tell nobody in Harlem that Bumpy wasn't a hero, right? Because he created his own numbers racket as opposed to dealing with the Italians and things of that nature, although it was quote unquote illegal. You know, so there's a funny marriage between that crime, what was crime and what wasn't, right? Because prohibition was how Al Capone and them made $1 billion, right? But now it's legal, so now it's cool. So it just an interesting dynamic, you know, between us and criminality, you know.
And just pay attention to the movies, DJ. Which movies you like to watch? The nerdy black movies or the gangster movies? Boys in the Hood, Men in Society. That goes to show you the mindset. This is why the men.
Goodfellas is my favorite movie. Goodfellas is the Italian.
Outside of the Italians, right? When you bring it home to black folks, what movies you like to watch?
Yeah, those are the most popular ones.
Black nerdy movies.
Those are the most.
But I guarantee you, them gangster movies. That goes to show you the mindset, and women love those. That's why a majority of the inmates that be banging the COs, right? Because she is around the niggas that she grew up with.
Yeah,
they love them niggas out the ghetto.
Identify with them cats, right? So let me do this. Mr. Fantastic, you wanted to say something? Because I got to get B Middleton. He been waiting. And Tommy.
Go ahead. But
and I know you want to get it. I just want to get them in.
Just really quick, just 5 seconds.
You never really quick. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, seriously, I am. I will. Listen, JP, on some real shit, I never respect a person like you that talks about people like me or butlers because I'm within the confines of the law, but you go to a place literally behind bars where you have to ask the white man for extra cups of freaking water. So don't y'all, I love when y'all do that stuff, man. And I'm done.
All right, JP, hold your thought. All right. B Middleton, go ahead, and then Tommy.
Greetings and salutations. How y'all doing?
These niggas are just, it's not.
Lives on the white man. One of the welfare recipients, just right quick. When it comes to the welfare thing, I'm one of the welfare recipients that lives up, say that I hate the white man and lives on the white man. Well, I could argue that the white man claimed that they hate black men, but they lived on the black man when black men was building America doing the righteous thing, right? When they had us slaves, even though they hated black men and black women, but yet they benefited off the white. So I'm doing the same shit that they did to us slaves. That's one. But yet when they had us slaves and when black men claimed that they hate black men, but they lived on the black man when black men was building America doing the righteous thing, right? When they had us slaves, even though they hated black men and black women, but yet they benefited off the white. So I'm doing the same shit that they did to us slaves. That's one. Secondly, when Tommy bust out the genre, where is the nerds genre? Where's the military?
JP makes a point to say, is that a point? Let's bring it back. Let's let JP land this point again. Let's listen to exactly what JP says.
To a slave, that's one.
You that watch those niggas
and black women, but yet they benefited.
JP says that basically they're saying that JP's on welfare, right? Because JP went viral for being the welfare king. And he said, I guess welfare, he loved welfare more than his daddy or some shit like that, which is crazy.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right
so
there.
People like was on a panel with him, they like, yo, bro, what are you talking about, bro? You living off the white man, bro. What are you talking about? You can pick this white man stuff, but you living off the white man. So that's like a lot of people, like a linchpin point that people make when they debate him or when they talk with him or when they in any kind of conversation with him, especially a confrontation. So JP says, okay, but the white man lived off black people, and you know what I'm saying? They built everything, built America, did every goddamn thing, and they still benefited off black people. So I'm just looking at it as, look, I'm gonna get my whatever benefits I could get from the government because I'm entitled to it, and I'm gonna get my goddamn benefits. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that? You made a good point with it, though. I think it's a good point.
So I'm doing the same shit that they did to us slaves. That's one. Secondly, when Tommy bust out the genre, where is the nerds genre? Where's the military genre? Why you got to depend on the niggas out the ghetto to create something that's to express yourself? Because rapping was the expression from the niggas out the ghetto. That's our shit, right? And we should not. I'll be hearing y'all people complain about how we rap and stuff. How's y'all gonna tell us what we supposed to say? We create this shit. I suggest you people that's nerds or like yourself, military. Why y'all didn't create your own shit? There you go. Us niggas out the ghetto is more creative, more influential, more impact. You got everybody, even white people, trying to mimic us. White people don't try to mimic nerds, right? And another thing, not only just white people, you got everybody across the globe trying to be drilled. You got everybody across the globe trying to emulate the niggas out the ghetto here in America. Everybody. They're not trying to mimic you. They're not trying to mimic no damn nerd. The nerd trying to mimic the white man.
Are you done? Okay, let me respond. So first and foremost, one of the most successful.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, cool. So one of the most successful rappers of all time is Will Smith. I think Will Smith might still be one of the highest soul rappers of all time, right? See, look what you tell a nigga, a dumb nigga that said he liked being the dumb nigga in the room, and you get proof. Right? All right, so Kanye West. Also, Kanye West would be a lame nigga, right? Kanye West is one of the greatest, most successful rappers of all time. Before that, you had your KRS-Ones, your De La Souls. Again, A Tribe Called Quest. Again, because you a dumb nigga and you admit to being a dumb nigga in the room, you may not know about these staples and pillars of rap where it just one street nigga shit. The street nigga shit didn't even fucking start to the fucking late 80s, early 90s. Fab Five Freddy. What's the other? The chicken tastes like wood. Them motherfuckers. The Rapper's Delight, bro, was nothing street. Okay? Sugar Hill Gang. Like, what are we talking about here? This is the revisionist history, and niggas understand. This is why I say this is the street nigga lore has to stop. Y'all gotta stop acting like everything for niggas was just this praise and glorification of the fucking niggas was breakdancing in the 80s, bro. Niggas had Jerry curls, pop locking and break.
I think still that's a disingenuous conversation from Mr. Fantastic. What is he talking about? In the 80s. What are you talking about, bro? There wasn't no gangster type shit in the 80s. We didn't have NWA. We didn't have all of that shit. New York City. We didn't have Cool G raps. We didn't have all of that stuff. We had epidemics out here going on. It still was an epidemic. The music still spoke to the tone of the culture and the environment and the political landscape, right? And a lot of those artists that he named, whether it be the backpack rappers, a lot of those people came from the streets. They came from it, though. You know what I'm saying? We know people in our hood, son, they might not be running around picking up a strap or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they from the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Different people view it different ways. Different people channel that a different way. But these people is from the streets. So it's not like a person that's just not from the streets and you just writing some music or they just writing some stuff that they just watched and sat down from their window, not even from their window. These people are outside. These people seen it. They're from the streets still. You know what I'm saying? They might have been a backpack rapper. They might have been a person that tried to teach something else to say, you know what I mean? Look, try to be like a KRS where he can mix it up, but try to give you some jewels. But don't take the street element away from these people. These people are street people too as well. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people that we naming been on welfare too, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's even more of a point that some of those same people that you're mentioning, one are or were on welfare, have made it past that, or at some point made it past that, overachieved. But a lot of them came from the streets, and that's what gave their music the credence, the authenticity, is because you come from it. That's one of the things in hip hop and rap. Authenticity. Is it real? Is it believable? Can we believe you? A word, bring us to your corner. Let us see what it looks like. This is what we from. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real fake until you make it, even though a lot of people can do it, and a lot of people do it. But a lot of those people still came from the streets. So I would give Fantastic some pushback on it.
Break dancing, dog.
In their day, bro. That fantastic. Everything changed
with Latinos, by the way, and Jamaicans.
American man, they still were street in their time. Yeah, it done got worse over the years. Like people didn't rap. We didn't rap about gunning people down all the time, right? That's these young. That's the YNs. We was rapping more about trapping or messing with a lot of chicks, but that don't mean street shit was going on. That don't mean that we was into street shit, but that was just the what we was rapping about: trapping, selling dope, whatever, getting bitches to move out the bam. But that don't mean street shit wasn't going on. And this is another thing: when you out there in them streets, you want to say that's not hard, but dude, when you out there in them streets, like for example, when I got jumped, you got to be a brave heart because there's a lot of people will run, right? It's a lot of people would duck. They would duck and try to get away from that or conform to whoever, you know what I'm saying, if they scared of them niggas. But if you out there and you got to man up and take your ass beating, a lot of people won't even take that in the streets because guess what? Ain't no referees, ain't a whole bunch of military veterans gonna help me with these dudes with guns on me. We don't got no whole team tanks and bulletproof tanks and all of this extra shit. We know we got me, myself, and I with all of these niggas shooting at you. You don't got a large scale of help like that outside of your guys. Right?
Let me say this. Let me say this. If we gonna be the age police talking about how old somebody should be wearing something, well, we need to be these jokers who and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe that might is go. Yeah, that's tell them.
You ahead of the panel, bro. Hold on down, bro. We gonna get to that one. Listen, man. I'm gonna say this, right? The crazy part is, right? Again, Georgia down south was promoted a lot. The tank, the No Limit tank, military inspired. BG's biggest song, Cash Money is Army. You know, you need a Navy.
But they're not military though.
Oh, hold on, brother. Hold on. You miss a second. One of the worst rappers of all time, but one of the most popular songs of all time. Left, right, left. Oh, brother, chill out. Left, right, left. Called about drama, right? And they spelled drama wrong. He all these different things. So again,
G Unit.
The military has inspired, brother. I don't think there's too many military rappers, as you say, right? But again, make this genre.
Mystical was a vet. Yeah, Mystical was in the military.
Mystical, we don't count.
Oh, yeah. I forgot, man.
Yeah. We don't.
Mr. Fantastic. Although they rapped about the military stuff, cool, I give you that. But that's not the military genre. These dudes that you just got done named where Mystical at, right? And where BG just got released from. They still was street.
Well,
they was
Cannabis was a military veteran.
So you can't take this street, right? You already got this thing for street, but yeah, you use street people that gave y'all some props because y'all actual veterans didn't do it. So you should be thanking the streets. No Limit Soldier was impactful. So instead of talking about street niggas is bad, you just named 5 of them that impacted, that embrace y'all. Because the actual veterans did not. Where your voice at? What I'm saying is, where's the military voice? Where's the uppity voice? What I mean is, y'all come from trauma. Because I think rapping from a lot of niggas come from my neck of the woods, we're expressing our pain, we're expressing our trauma. So when you was in the military, y'all should be able to express that from your perspective, create your own genre. Same with the nerd.
Rappers, nigga. You're not a rapper. Everybody's not a rapper. What are we talking about?
I'm not saying that, but what all I'm saying is when you get so sad that you hate these dudes, but yet every time you get in your car, you want to have entertainment to your ears. You got to put on some street niggas. Anytime you want to listen to something black, you got to depend on the street niggas to come out with something new to your ears for your liking it, right? For your liking. You can't depend on the nerds and you can't depend on the nerds. Why? Because they don't have no personality. Our black niggas in the ghetto We bring personality. We bring our own culture. We created our own language. Ebonic, flame.
Manufactured.
Ghost from Power
It's still
was
our own though. We created it.
Manufactured.
AFR got it. I'm gonna say this in
What happened to nerd created?
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna say this in AFR got it. Again, to Tommy's point or whatever, bro, the TV and the movie shit is fitting, dog. Okay, actors play a role. Okay, the most popular fucking shows, Power. What's the last one had Damon Idris in it, right? One of the greatest series of all time, The Wire. Those men were portraying fictional characters. Some of them that were life based. Okay, it's entertaining. The storyline based off of shit that we know is going to always exist. You can't tell me because I don't agree with it and I don't like it in real life that I cannot enjoy the entertainment portion of it from fucking art or artistic point. It just don't make sense, bro. Everybody hates drug dealers, but again, like I said, The Wire is one of the greatest series of all time. And I'm not going to like The Wire. I'm not going to not like fucking rappers because I don't like the shit of being applied in real life. That's bullshit.
You don't like gay men. You don't like gay men. You don't like gay men, right? Would you if you get accepted?
Jay,
they say
okay. Are you done, Jay?
Watch you on DJ Ham show right now in Hollywood. Say, Mr. Fantastic, I like how you act. We got a role for you, and it's a gay role for you. You don't like gay people. Would you play that gay role?
No, nigga.
Why not?
Why wouldn't you? You keep bringing up gay shit. You would.
You just illustrate this point, saying that you don't have to like something to play the role.
I answered your question, so I'm gonna ask you the same question. Would you play the gay nigga?
No, I would not. But I'm not the one saying that I don't like something.
Why would you?
So right now in Hollywood, say, Mr. Fantastic, I like how you act. We got a role for you, and it's a gay role for you. You don't like gay people. Would you play that gay role?
No, nigga.
Why not?
Why wouldn't you? You keep bringing up gay shit. You would.
You just illustrate this point, saying that you don't have to like something to play the role.
I answered your question, so I'm gonna ask you the same question. Would you play the gay nigga?
No, I would not. But I'm not the one saying that I don't like something. Even though those characters in The Wire could be fake, right? I'm gonna say, let's say it's fake, but it tells a true story. What I see in The Wire is what I see every day growing up. That it's an expression of the black majority of the black neighborhoods. They've been and I hate the fact that they bring fictional characters who don't live this stuff because they usually be telling the story a little bit wrong. But you know where they coming from, where they getting it from. All I'm saying is, Mr. Fantastic, you just illustrate this point, but yet you want to play a certain role. I take offense for black men signing up to be gay characters because it's the message. So if I'm against this message, why would I sign up for that message? I will sign up for a gangster role.
Are you doing, JP?
But that's because where I actually experienced it. I got a criminal case. I went to jail for it. Right? So when I speak it and act this role, it's going to have more conviction to it than something like you could get from AI and basically telling you, it ain't going to take me much to rehearse this street shit because that's already who I am.
Okay, cool. All right, AFR, it's on you, fam. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not even going to address all the stupid shit JP said. You cooked a couple of times today, which is rare, but yeah, I'm not even going to address it. That's what Tommy said, and that speak for Mr. Fantastic had negative when they were rapping about it, and if they didn't also there, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I always wanted to get out of the hood, want the hell out of there as soon as I could. And the funny thing is, these same rappers out of the hood were selling music in the streets, but that was on, so talk about sex personally, because it's easier to stay away from that stuff, and it's evil. And
So can I ask you a question? So you just listed a white neighborhood and you listed a ghetto nigga neighborhood. Can you tell me?
I didn't talk about people. What are you talking about, JP?
You not let me finish my question.
No, but I didn't say that.
Right, bro. We know about the white neighborhood. We know about the nigga neighborhood. Then we know about the rich conservative. Okay, we want them. Where's the nerdy community? So y'all don't got music. Y'all don't even got your own community. What's the point of
You
being
mean
a
the
black
communities that pay all the school taxes and have lower levels of crime and with loans and stuff? And, you know, are you talking about that community?
Is it an all black community?
There are some in America. There are some in America, not enough, but it is what it is.
Well, Mr. Fantastic said the majority of people are nerds, blacks. The majority of black people.
Well, no,
are
they
nerds.
just don't get involved in criminality. No matter, hold on, how they listen. They're a lot like you, where they'll talk a good game, talk about the white man, go to jail for petty theft and all that stuff, and soak up off the white man's taxes and my taxes too. But y'all not really criminals like that. Y'all just do petty stuff. So it don't really count as being a street nigga. Like it don't. And it's really lame that y'all really believe that.
See, I like how y'all do this, right? The reason why y'all try to take the street cred away from me because y'all want to be it.
Street. What blocks are you running? No, Negro. What blocks are you running? What blocks are you running?
American man, let me
Where's
finish
your
my
crew?
thought.
JP, where is your crew? Where's your street crew?
So wait, hold on, bro. Let me finish my thought. It sounds more jealousy than anything, right? And at 40 years old,
Ned Flanders made a good point. He looked like Ned Flanders, Homer Simpson homeboy.
Oh no, you can't be serious.
He made a good point though. We
Bullshit
correct
right
though,
there.
JP. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad with him. That was a good point. But let's see what JP says to that because he always got to answer for some shit.
of course, some dudes in the 40s still in crew. I look at, I just got done telling my uncle, like, bro, you 60 something, bro. What the fuck? So, but it's a lot of stuff I had to put to, there's a lot of guys I had to put to the side once I start raising my kids. I couldn't, this is why I'm not in my ghetto, because I got my kids. So I didn't want them to accidentally get shot. I didn't want me getting shot or going to jail. And if I'm going to be in my kid's life, I can't be practicing. Although there still be instances, even by me moving to the white community, I'm still kind of sort of in some ghetto shit, because no matter where I'm going, I'm still me. But I ain't going to come up
That's why
here.
they call the cops, JP.
I'm not going to come up here and relate a lot of stuff that I have done, or experienced. All I'm saying is you cannot create your own, you don't got your own community. You don't got your
So
own.
what about Lupe Fiasco, Kanye West, Immortal Technique? They're non-street rappers, and they have huge communities around them.
So American, you listed isolated little neighborhood.
Even Tyler the Creator, which I don't even like, has a huge community around him.
I know it's like one in each city where a whole bunch of black
Man,
nerds.
I'll just crush your point, bro.
What I'm saying is that's not the majority of the nerds, right? We got more nerds in less nerdy communities than anything. Most times, the nerds is moving up under the white folks. That's a fact. Majority of the nerds live around white people.
No, that's not true. So again, let me say this again, man. Again,
Okay, what is the difference? What is a good neighborhood? What do that look like?
let me answer it. Well, one that has lower crime and poverty rates, right? That's a good neighborhood first and foremost.
Who
So
dominate that neighborhood? What
You gotta let
race?
me answer the question. You gotta let me answer the question. So again, my neighborhood is predominantly black. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. Again, you have good sides of towns, you have bad sides of towns. Okay, all right, that's everywhere, no matter where you go. Like there's a projects in a lot of fucking major cities, right? So more likely than not, if you go to the projects, clearly there's guaranteed to be poverty there, and more likely, you know what I'm saying, more of the shit will go happen, right? To your point, right? The nerds run everything because the two richest black men. Hold on, bro, stop it. The two richest black men and the richest black people are quote unquote nerds by far. Okay,
That's false.
one is not false. You can't even name either one of them. So being that you can't
They're
name either one of them-
billionaires and they're billionaires in IT and communication, idiot.
No, again. See, you talking about the little niggas. Those and that's bullshit. You don't even see again. You talking about entertainers.
How come you didn't get rich? Okay, how come they didn't? If these black nerds are so rich, how come you didn't get on their level? You ain't near that. You on government. You on welfare.
You're below me. And you're below me. So
You
what,
on welfare.
you're below me. No, we're not.
How come you not rich like them other nerds? You live in the environment. I thought you are who you hang around. So if these communities is so rich, if these nerds are rich, why you ain't rich?
Hey, Prince, how much is your mortgage?
Everybody know I'm broke, but
Okay,
you got a mortgage, right? Why you don't own it?
Stop talking to me. So stop talking to me.
If you rich, you don't need no mortgage. You just buy it out.
Listen what I'm talking about. Listen what I'm talking about. No, actually, you're wrong.
You got
Kid.
that money.
If you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, so again, you like being the dumbest nigga in the room. So let me teach you something, right? So what people like to do, right? If they don't go and buy a house right out. They actually get a mortgage because it's better than you on taxes and different things and so on and so forth. This is what the rich people will tell you. And the rich people don't say, don't use your money.
Are you rich?
No, stop cutting me off, bro. I'm trying to teach your dumb ass something. You don't understand this. So being
I gotta learn how to be rich from a person that's not rich.
Hold on, fam. Listen. I'm trying to teach you something, bro. Shut up and learn something, right? This may help your kids, right? Listen, the rich people will tell you that you don't go out here and use your money. That's called motherfucking your liquid capital. Okay? What you do is you go and you get a loan from the bank.
Liquid capital? Slow down, brother. Slow down. But he's trying to school him on some, you know what I mean, some business type level. Which JP probably heard this, but you know, all of this is going over JP head. JP don't care about this thing that Fantastic trying to tell him right now. You know what I mean? Because he making sense what Fantastic's saying, but.
And then, depending on how you do it, you can offset that money, right? Because it's not your money that you're spending. You always want to have liquid available because there may be a snap move or some big fucking purchase or some big thing you need to fucking jump on. If I just wasted fucking, let's say $500,000 on buying a house cash, but then there's some motherfucking stock that's about to fucking hit and that shit's gonna do numbers, what did I just do? I took my fucking opportunity of fucking making a huge profit and throw it away in one fucking asset. Okay, it's not even really an asset anymore. Hold on, it's not even really an asset anymore because now I paid it off fully. It's just paid off. Now I gotta wait for it to motherfucking gain more value. But again, like you said yourself, I'm glad you admitted this. You the dumb nigga in the room. You like being the dumbest nigga in the room.
But still in all, the way he broke that down, he didn't really break that down correctly, though. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I could see that he's doing his business. He's studying up on it, but he don't got it all the way down pat. You know what I mean? Like that to be just slinging the knowledge because it's still some faults in how he kind of broke down that. You know what I mean? I know JP is going to have a good response to this, though. So even if Fantastic makes the most sense or 100,000% sense to anything he could say, JP's still going to have something to say to it. So I just can't wait to hear what it's going to be, though.
So stop talking about shit you don't understand, fam.
Okay, so are you rich?
I'm richer than you.
Okay, you've been a nerd for 45 years. You about 45, right?
No, I just turned 42.
42. You've been living around these nerds for a very long time. And they've been, and you said if you listen to you talking for another nigga, right? This is not something that you experience, right? Because you're not rich. I want to know you have been around. Hold on, you've been soaking up this game from these rich people, right? I'm quite sure you just didn't find out this yesterday. So you've been soaking up this. This is why I love being the dumbest nigga in the room because this nigga Magical Math finna break all that shit down. So if you've been soaking up this game for 42 years around this community, how come you ain't rich?
Okay, can I answer the question? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say.
Teach me something that you didn't even fucking do.
Well, easily, right? Because before the rich people were rich, most rich people are self-made, right? So most rich people are made, and thank you again for keeping me that you the dumbass nigga. Oh, stop cutting me off. I didn't say nothing while you were talking, right? So again, the majority of people aren't rich, especially billionaire rich, okay? But being that you don't even understand how to spell economics, I know you don't understand the fucking concepts of it. So yeah, that's why you squinting. You can't spell economics. I put money on it right now. You can't spell it. But listen to what I'm saying, right? Being that these concepts are foreign to you, right? I just literally explained to you what a billionaire is, well, not because Robert Kiyosaki isn't a billionaire, but an extremely fucking successful man. I've read the books. I've listened to him. I follow him. You know, I got investments, JP. You got any investments, brother? Anything?
I got a food truck, a hot dog cart, and children.
So you got no investments, brother. See, again, you could listen to me, bro, and it's not going to be overnight. See, this is what dumb niggas think. Dumb niggas think, right, that you can
42
motherfucking
years to get rich.
unless you hit the yeah. I mean, that's the most people's fucking money peak in their 40s, right? And again, 1% of people like millionaires, bro, or better. So being that you're trying to motherfucking compare yourself or say because I'm not a millionaire, I'm somehow unsuccessful, I'm a loser. Hold on, I'm almost done. When you're poor, you are a proud poor man. Stop talking to me about money. I am richer and will always be richer than you.
I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is coming to another place, this conversation. But life has a way of flipping. You know what I'm saying? Some people could be down today and be up tomorrow. Some people be up today and down tomorrow. So I don't know. But I know that, you know, yes, a house can be an asset, but a lot of people may deem a house to be move more like a liability. You know what I'm saying? So when we're thinking about assets, we're thinking about things that's really working for you. You're being paid, regardless if you're doing it or not, it's working for you. Let's say you got some houses now that is like real estate now. You know what I'm saying? Now you flipping those houses. You know what I'm saying? Like if you living in a house, that's one thing. But if you're flipping the houses now, that's something else. Those are assets. Every month you're getting money from these things. So these things are actually working for you. That's what assets do. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes a house could be deemed as a liability. You know what I mean?
Far, okay? You need a place to stay for you and your family. I've had my own place to stay since my fucking adulthood. I never had to depend on nobody else for the bullshit, right? So with this understanding, brother, go back and listen to the shit that I just gave you and get you some investments, brother. You know, it's a couple of things. Because you a dumb nigga and I don't really fuck with you like that.
Oh my God.
You directly, right? But there's a couple big things fucking moving right now on the investment front, brother.
Okay.
Your research. You should do your research, and you might not be poor 3 to 5 years from now.
Right. So I just right message. I would say right message, wrong messenger, because you're not even that. And I guarantee you, there's some rich people I can name for street niggas.
In that way, you're right, Chris. In that way, you look at it in that aspect, it is. But a lot of times people buy houses and bite off more than they can chew, and then that shit end up putting them in a wild position, and we just work up, save up all our money to get the house. And now what? You know what I'm saying? So that seems more like a person with a plan. You know what I'm saying, Chris? That sounds like more of a person with a plan, what you saying there. So I can agree in that aspect of what you said.
Like the little King Von will laugh at your broke ass. Let me ask you a question. How many
King Von is dead, bro.
How many wealthy people depends on a welfare check or government check?
None.
So depends on that. Do you depend on a government check?
No, I don't depend on a government check.
No matter how you view it, it's still a government welfare check.
No, it's not a welfare check. Again, man, I earned mine, brother. Stop hating, dog. I earned my money. No, you didn't. You need yours. You are dependent. Hold on.
You did not fight. You Oh, this where it's gonna get good. Okay, I dropped the link and I pinned it, y'all. Y'all can come up. This almost over with.
90+% of the military don't do guns.
On welfare.
90+% of the military don't do guns. Hold on.
Broke ass motherfucking government.
How you gonna call me broke?
He's so stupid.
JP, how much money is here?
That gold thing don't represent wealth, brother. He depends on the check. I have never.
JP, we've already litigated this. JP, we litigated this.
JP,
DJ help.
JP.
Yo, Ned Flanders. Yo, son, why Ned Flanders got to keep he bugging JP? We already litigated this. No, first of all, we ain't litigating nothing, home skillet.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Ned Flanders, homie. What happened with Ned Flanders? Yo, Ned, Homer Simpson, homeboy, the next door neighbor with the mustache. Homeboy, what had happened? What had happened? You know what? And I'm a cook, fantastic ass. You talking about? There's many rappers. Will Smith is one of them. Yo, I'm taking away points from you from this whole debate, Mr. Fantastic. If you might feel I've been biased towards it, you can feel whatever you want to feel. I'm just saying though. This one thing is where I'm taking my point from you, man. When you mentioned Will Smith, man, that's where me and you went wrong, bro. All that you and JP, y'all can get it. Who rich, who broke, who in the army, who in the streets. Yes, y'all. That's between y'all, homie. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, both of them people carry straps. People in the army, people in the street. Handle that, homie. Handle that. But when you bring Will Smith up, bro, when Will Smith was a rapper, bro, when? Back and when? Summertime? All right, cool. That's my shit still. I get it. Did you hear Will Smith last shit? Indeed. Acting is what Will Smith does. Okay? He don't do rap. He do acting. Okay? He was all right as a rapper, but ain't nobody was running down checking for no goddamn Will Smith all day. You was running down checking for Will Smith? Oh shit, yo, I gotta go hit a new Willie. Get jiggy with it. Nah. You was like this, nigga? Was you like that? Which one of y'all was like that? Okay, get jiggy with it. That was my shit. I was saucy with a couple of Latinas somewhere. Yeah, in a club somewhere, getting jiggy with it. I get it. Yeah, maybe caught me out there one day dancing. Okay. No, okay. But who was like, yo, son, pull up. Yo, son, I'm from New York. So I had a time when, remember when 50 dropped and the fucking Get Rich or Die Trying out? Yo, bro, they had white people bringing the fucking album to the club. I swear to God. They were like, oh my God. One club I was in, that's it. Niggas, they had a shit. It was I don't know what they were playing CDs. A white woman went to the car and bought the CD in the motherfucking club. That shit was on hot demand. You know what I'm saying? When was you and they told me, yo, no, son, this DJ is foul, son. Yo, man, he ain't pull up the Will Smith shit. Nah, man, he ain't bring back the Willie. What's going on?
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
When did that happen? That's all I'm saying. So, y'all got your own debate going on Mr. Fantastic. But when you brought up Will Smith, Will Lamont Smith. Sound like a Lamont Smith, right? I don't know the nigga middle name. Will Lamont Smith. When you brought up Will Lamont Smith, nah, we ain't was done, homie.
Answer me this. Have you
How many ounces is that? How many ounces that, Mr. Fantastic?
Hold on, American. DJ Hemp, please, can you answer this? Have you ever heard of?
Stop asking that Negro to save you.
Watch out, nigga. Watch out.
What's the question?
Have you ever heard of a wealthy or a rich person receiving a welfare check from the government?
No.
Should I, if you trying to inspire to be rich or wealthy, because somebody that's receiving a welfare check can give you all of that advice.
If they're receiving a welfare check, it would be hard pressed for them to give me that advice.
Exactly, and that's why my magical method. He got the right. What Fantastic is saying is not wrong, because I got uncles that he own a lot of semi trucks, and he talk about investing. He don't never buy his house. He said he let everything he own. He don't own nothing. He let the banks, pay all of his woo out the band, right? But he's actually rich though, right? He rich, right? So he got the. I'm not saying Fantastic.
I'll say this about JP. JP makes some good points. He makes some good points in any conversation, at least the ones that I've heard. He always makes some good points somehow, somewhere. He makes a good point somewhere. But I just feel like JP just don't have the words to really articulate what he really wants to say. Because sometimes in those confrontations, these conversations, it seems like he be getting an edge up on people who he's challenging or who's challenging him sometimes, right? He can get a little edge up at times. But it seems like at times he can't convey it the way he really, really wants to convey the message because he don't have the words to really, really explain it. It's like a lot of things maybe he's researched is all in his head. He has all this knowledge. But a lot of times I just feel, just how he conveys it. Sometimes I think it gets lost in translation.
Wrong because I done heard it from them all the time. But what I'm saying is, Fantastic, you the wrong messenger. And you coming up here putting yourself in this category, downplaying me, calling me broke and calling me poor and who out the bam. And brother, you just a couple of thousand ahead of me on welfare.
No, well, that's not true. That's not true.
Wait.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
It's too early in the video for the nut tugging. What the hell's going on? He bugging. Oh, you know that's a lie. Ned Flanders. That man can defend his own self, sir. What? Hold on, sir. Is you Will Smith jumping out the window? Chris Rockin', Jay Prince? Hold on, sir. Okay? That's not a point where a man needs to be jumping in there. You just leave that be, sir. Leave it to Beaver, sir. Leave it to Beaver. Okay? Respectfully, leave it to Beaver.
Hey, let me respond to you because I didn't get a chance to before they back and forth. But no, so
Okay.
Chris, you see what I'm saying, Chris? And even in the comment, you're like, man, JP, you was cooking, JP. Whatever. Everybody's gonna have their own mind. I don't give a fuck. I'm not into no echo chambers. I'm into everybody having their own mind. If we could collectively come together on a thought or whatever about who or something or whatever it is, and we all can agree on some shit, then okay, we could come up with a universal thought. But everybody's gonna have whatever they think. But even Chris could say this. He said, you know what? He made a good point. This is what I'm saying. At times he'll make a point and looking like he getting the person that he's debating when the person supposed to have the degrees, the masters, you got all this knowledge and all of the things. You got the wealth, you got the money. You talk about people broke. All the things that you got going, like the people who he be going against, it seems like they got more things going for themselves. But it seems like he be somehow getting an edge up on them in some of these conversations. I'm not saying all the time, but in some of the conversations that I've seen, I have witnessed that. You know what I mean? I have witnessed that. So what does that say? You know what I mean? So for me, when I see people debate JP, all right, it gets past a place. You know, first of all, we're on YouTube. So we like the confrontation. We like all of that. That's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But it gets past the place of just even a conversation, and it comes more about him being on welfare or him being broke or people having more than him, which is cool. If you do, you do. If he's on welfare, he's on it. So I'm not knocking no part of that argument, whether people think it's right or wrong, whatever. But the crazy thing about it is, to me, I think, imagine JP really turned successful, though. You know what I'm saying? Imagine all of this stuff that he's doing, right? Whatever it is. Flash in the pan, whatever the fuck. 3 minutes of fame, whatever you think it is. Imagine it turns successful and it actually becomes lucrative, right? And he actually begins to make a lot of money. Imagine that he makes more, starts to make more money than some of the same people. That's when they're debating him, they're bringing up these things. That would automatically disarm these people from really talking about the points now that he's going to talk about. They won't be able to talk about the broke. They won't be able to talk about the welfare. They won't be able to talk about nothing else. We'll be able to talk about what are the real underlying issues of whatever the situation that we're talking about. See what I'm saying? I understand it's deflections. I understand it's a debate. You're going to take tactics. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's all fair, love, and war, and in war, it's all good. You know what I mean? I get it. But if JP's able to do that, what would the argument then be? Because then that story would be a success story, right? And one thing that JP would have that may be a Mr. Fantastic, I'll use him as the person right now. I won't go to no one else because he's there. Is what JP has is a freedom that a lot of people don't have. He has freedom. He doesn't care about this. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about what society thinks. He doesn't care about any of those things. What is riches? What is valued on earth? Let's think about this. Society tells you everything, and we understand that a lot of things that society tells us are twisted and they are backwards. So we understand that to be a fact. Okay, we don't got to go into the construction or the construct. So that's a whole. You know what I mean? So I don't got to go and walk you down that road, right? So that's a whole nother road. Cool. Ain't nobody gonna put you in school to teach you nothing that's gonna get you out of a place that you locked into. If I got you in a room and I want you in this room, I'm going to teach you everything about the room, but I'll never tell you about the lock. I'll never tell you about the mechanism. I'll tell you all about the walls. I'll tell you all about the paintings, all about the fridge, the sink, the bathroom, the rugs, alpaca. Remember American Gangster? Nigga, don't block this shit. Nigga, this genuine alpaca. But why would I tell you about the locks? See what I'm saying? So maybe people ridicule JP. You know what I'm saying? So I look at life in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? I can see it the way people say how they see JP too. I can see that too. But what I see is a person that's free. He don't care. And what I do see too, though, I'm gonna say this. He with his kids. You know what I'm saying? Whether he this and that, bro, I'm from the hood. Feel me? I can show you a lot of guys that I've known that are not there in their kids' life, bro. Still to this day, regardless of how they felt before, when some of them had kids when I was young and we was young, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got big kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, we was young. And a lot of them and some of them are not. Still are not in their children's life. Right? So that's also a benefit too. You know what I mean? I think that if he could turn what he's doing actually into profit and actually start winning, I think that it'd be a real ass success story. And then I would wonder, how would people argue with him? And what would it be about? More that he just dumb or whatever the case is. It'd be more about those things then. But it would be less about welfare and all the other stuff. And it'd be more just about the points. You know what I'm saying? Because this wasn't a monetary conversation. This wasn't about money. This wasn't about those things. Those things was implemented from Mr. Fantastic. He's the one who entered those things in there. He's the one who pulled off them little thin ass chains. Like them shits is something, nigga. The fuck? What is that? Is that 24 karat gold for real? Is that 9999? Is it for real? What is that? Them little thin ass shits. He bugging in the camera with these little thin chains. Bruh, stop. Show your ass a real chain. That shit ain't it. So sometimes we just need to stop. For real. With the fake friend. Stop.
It's almost done.
Whether it's music and obvious, what I just put to every just correspond.
I said literally just because it's totally shunning here me watching product. So for my
JP free, bro.
Right.
Free.
Oh, my bad.
Out of all that,
Wanna get super chat? Man, this might be mistake. Zeke is
a butt.
Miller. Appreciate you. They're saying with the 10 ounces, damn, JP, you really got a woman's mindset. I'm talking about straight feminist mindset. You want to respond to this, JP?
Yes, I do. I think every black man in America has a feminine mindset. According to the white man, he viewed the whole black race as feminine. You're not a threat to nobody. Oh, that's where it starts. That's where it starts, y'all.
What y'all think about that point, though? Ooh. Yeah, I be wondering what he's gonna say, son. I'm like, nah, let me hear what this nigga gonna say. And then the nigga would say some shit though sometimes. I ain't saying all the time. I ain't saying that one was a genius one too. Chris, what'd you say? That's BS? Why, Chris? Why is that BS though? Why? Tell me why. Just don't say BS. Tell me why it's BS so I can understand what someone, because even if somebody watch it back, they be like, all right, cool, I can understand what Chris talking about. They probably understand what you're saying without saying it, but I'm just saying.
JP.
Yes, I do. I think every black man in America has a feminine mindset. According to the white man, he viewed the whole black race as.
Is that BS though? He said, according to the white man. Yo, son, this nigga's strategic. This nigga's funny. He said, according to the white man. He said the white man view all black men as feminine, and y'all ain't no threat to nobody. Is that all the way a lie? Is he lying? Is it total BS? Not all white men think that black. I'm not saying all white men, but we know where the construct come from, bro. So we talk about the people that mattered. Not me and you if you white. Not me and you. We chilling gonna smoke a split. We not talking about me and you if you was white. You know what I'm saying? Not that. We know where the shit that he talking about come from, bro. So we ain't got to go on a regular level with us. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the people that really. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to go into the names. You get it. Them. Yeah, nigga, them people, nigga. Feel me? When you think of that, though, do they view black men as a threat? Do they view black men like that? I don't know. But I don't know if they view them as feminists. Because I might have to push back a little bit on that point, though. That could, yeah, it'll be BS in a sense that I don't know about them viewing black men as feminists because they probably feel that the black men are not going to protect their women. And feminism is about women protection. See what I'm saying? Women's rights in any way. See what I'm saying? So to be like that, we got to be like, we would see more of that in black men supporting black women or supporting the women. See what I'm saying? To be like that. And on a nutshell, we understand that black men do that, right? We understand black men take care of their kids. Black men do all the things. We understand the stereotypes that are put upon black people. But we know how the optics of shit be, right? The optics of shit. So sometimes we got to just look at shit in different ways.
It's feminine. You're not a threat to nobody.
Damn. Vet Life with the 10,000. Salute, fellas.
Yeah, just feminist and all that. He said, no, he just said, they view black men as feminine. You ain't no threat to nobody. You ain't masculine or nothing. Because JP says, he says everybody else is masculine. He said the Asian man, he started naming Mexican man because they had their own government and other people. Then JP says the black man, the African American man, he says specifically, this is what JP says. He says the black African American man is not masculine because he doesn't have nothing or he hasn't built nothing. Like how the Asian man has did it, or like how a couple of other people, I think a Mexican person he think he named. No. But this is what JP's mind said. This is JP's mind. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that though? You know what I mean? That African-American men are not masculine because they haven't built anything. And then he says the Asian man is masculine. Then he says the Mexican man is masculine. And I think he named one other person. If he did, I can't remember the next person that he named, or race of people, whatever ethnicity, whatever. How do y'all think about that? What's your thoughts on that?
Are somewhat correct, being that we are from the same city, New Jersey. Brothers wore it, but it wasn't cool. But yes, Hamp, the Latinos rocked it heavy. Court, what up, kid? Yo, I text you. I'm like, yo, Court, did you call me on purpose? Like, yeah, I called you. I meant to call you back. I owe you.
They didn't wear Mecca. That was New York City.
No,
bro.
no,
Okay,
no.
maybe
I'm talking about the Latinos then.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, so he, like I said, there is truth to like that brand being a bit more universal. So that does add more weight to what y'all say, even though I do disagree. What you're talking about, man.
That black man ain't nothing but the head butler. That's all he is.
God damn. No, I don't agree
He
with
placate
you.
to the man that's above him, but they give butlers different levels.
What, like president? Like Barack Obama, y'all say he was black, he was president. So they give Butler's president?
Obama talk shit about Trump behind his back, right? In the moment the nigga operation came, who he sat next to looking like a feminine while Trump put his arms around his head, laughing. Even his black woman, Michelle Obama, had enough balls to stand on what she was saying. I don't fuck with Trump. I'm not going to be at that
It's
nomination.
called rules and norms, JP. It's called rules and norms. Okay, it's showing respect. He like Obama actually shows respect for the country. That's why he didn't pull that BS.
Don't respect him. He was talking behind that man's back. Then right when the nomination comes, he front and center, sat right by him.
He has responsibilities as a former president. He has responsibilities. People look to him for leadership.
Yeah, he has to conduct himself in a certain way, JP.
I grew up with women like Michelle
You act
Obama.
like a girl, and so you're trying to put that on everybody else.
Yeah, so
Because
let me,
She's a real nigga.
you're
Yeah,
a
let me-
feminist, fast dude, you want everybody else to feel that way. Hell,
But when everything I just named, William, you say you don't have, so that don't make
what are
you
you
mad.
talking about? I got what I need, bro. But nobody runs.
You create your own laws.
Nobody.
You create your own
I
laws.
lead myself. I lead
You
myself.
create your own laws.
No, yeah, in my house,
Do you have a bunch of other men following you?
yes. The
It's
hell?
because in order to lead, it's not just leading no woman or your children. You got to be like the white man. You have to follow behind the white man, right?
I don't
When
follow
y'all say,
behind
everybody
you.
know what y'all basically understand is when the white man follows y'all
What do
shit.
I need the white man for? Now? Nothing.
It's the military. It's the military. It's the
I
military.
don't deal with the
It's owned
military.
by black. It's the military owned by blacks. That's the black man's military.
Well, all I know,
Other
my
black
family, they're
They're the
veterans.
black man owners of the military.
Yeah. What's that got to do with being
You're
feminine?
not masculine like you say you is.
What
Y'all
does it have
hardly
to do with
have a
being
job.
feminine, dude?
And y'all
That don't
hardly
make
have a
sense.
job and try.
Mind Chaos Bruce says you have to conquer in order to lead. On an ultimate level, we just talk about leading our house. Are you leading? Are you leading men, people, men and women, and children? What kind of leading is you doing though? What kind of leading? That's a good, that's a good thought.
You label that as masculine. Y'all took a little portion of masculinity and y'all trying to lump that into what masculinity around the whole thing. The only men in America that's fully masculine is I could say whites, Mexicans, because they got their own government.
They scared of
Asians,
us.
they got their own government back home. Everybody got their own government in some place. African Americans do not.
yeah, hold on, bro. Hold on.
You're not masculine, bro.
They scared of us, JP.
No, hold on. So again, this nigga just said Mexicans. Are we serious? Why? I know these niggas. Hold on.
Mexico.
I didn't say nothing while you was talking, fam. I didn't say nothing while you was talking. I'll let you get all your shit out. You've been going back and forth with everybody else. Please be quiet while I'm talking. Okay? Listen, bro.
I'm rolling your eye. That's not masculine.
You said yourself, fam. You said yourself. Well, it's called couth and being respectful. I could just get into some nigga stuff, fam. Listen, bro.
I'm rolling your eye. That's not masculine.
You said yourself, fam. You said yourself. Well, it's called couth and being respectful.
That's JP.
No, hold on. So again, this nigga
Replay. Hold up. Did he roll his eyes? JP says, nah, bro. You rolling your eyes, bro. That ain't masculine, bro.
just said Mexicans. Are we serious? I know these niggas.
Mexico.
I didn't say nothing while you was talking, fam. I didn't say nothing while you was talking. I'll let you get all your shit out. You've been going back and forth with everybody else. Please be quiet while I'm talking. Okay? Listen, bro.
I'm rolling your eye. That's not masculine.
You said yourself, fam. You said yourself. Well, it's called couth and being respectful. I could just get into some nigga shit, but it's not worth it for the broadcast. All right. So listen, you're gonna lose that too. So let's not do that. But anyway, listen, man. This is the thing, right? You self-admittedly said that you're poor and you're unintelligent. Okay. All right. That is the worst part of a masculine man. So you would never understand masculinity. Okay. Again, being proud of those two things, bro, that's not masculine. So this is why you have this lens of all black men being like you, when clearly we're not, fam. We're just not you. Stop trying to bring everybody to the level where you're comfortable with what you're used to, fam. Right?
I could get that.
That's not how.
I get that though. Everybody's not the same thing, and I could get that. So Fantastic is making a good point there. Everybody is not the same thing. Great. And just because a person is not in the streets and they might work a job, maybe never been like industry, like part of those type of activities or something like that, or maybe never even possessed a weapon in their hand or nothing like that. That don't mean a person won't go to that level for whatever they feel that they're gonna go to that level for. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be it their family, be it whatever reason that they're gonna do it for. You know what I'm saying? So we just can't put it in a box that just because you're from the streets, and if you're not from like the streets or one of those people that are going to corner and be out there and hustle and risk your life every day and risk jail and being taken away from your family and being killed and everything else, that don't make you only the bravest to do that. Yeah, man. Some people call it stupid. Some people call it brave, but that's what some people call bravery. You were stupid for doing that. You go jump in the fire to go save the person in the burning fire. They'll call you stupid. But if it's successful, hey, they call you brave. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes if it's not successful, they'll call you brave, right? So we understand that that's also a perception. Yeah, let's just close it out though.
That's it. Let me ask you a question. Outside of black men, where y'all like to compete with the people that you know you can beat, right? What other races in America? The reason I brought up Mexicans because they got there's a place called Mexico, right, where they run the show. So let me ask you, outside of the black people that you can punk on all day, right, like y'all been doing, what other races of men is intimidated by you by any shape or forms? Do they got to depend on Mr. Fantastic? Who that? Because being a man, you got to establish some respect, and to get respect, you got to draw blood a little bit. So outside of, we ain't talking about I don't want you hanging on the military. That's a white man shit, and you just work up under them. I'm saying, what other races of men is intimidated by you?
Why are we judging intimidation by success or by what's name? So hold on, I gotta ask you a question.
In order to build something, you have to establish a threat. No other races of men is threatened by you, brother.
No, hold on. So again, so who's threatened by Asian men? Answer the question.
Oh my God.
Nobody. Yeah, I know. See, again, you said
nah. Mr. Fantastic, you ain't the person to have the debate, bro. You're not. Because you looked at it on such of a micro level as me as a black guy walking around and an Asian person walking around like I'm going to be scared of him. Don't matter. That nigga could know kung fu and kick my ass the fuck up. Don't matter how big I am to him, or even if I know how to fight my whole goddamn life. I might have to pop his fucking Asian ass. Don't matter. See what I'm saying? But we're talking on a bigger level. Who's scared of Asian people? America. You see America starting some wars with them people over there? Just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Every day we hear something about China, this, China, that, China about to do some shit, China over here, China in Africa, China. I don't care about no other Asian place. I'm talking about China, bro. Just that one place, China. Bro, remember a little while ago, it was a conversation going around like him and them was supposed to be linking with our man from the USS. I ain't even got to say the last letter. Remember that? Do you remember that? You remember that was a big thing? Yo, bro, if you link up with them people, bro, it's going to be up, bro. Don't be doing that with them people, bro. Remember that? So, trust me, bro. Asia's big, bro. Asia's a real place, bro. Trust me. And that shit is serious over there, too, son. Especially technologically, bro. They're so advanced. They've been light years advanced, bro. A lot of advancements that we've been getting been from them, bro. So we could be arguing, oh, man, Garrett Morgan and I did this and I built this. It's cool. We did some shit. But, yo, right now, them Asian people is taking some shit to a next level, homie. They are discovering and doing some shit that we ain't. First of all, didn't you just see the bridge that they just built, bro? It was a 2.5 hour trip. 2.5 hour trip, 3 hour drive. They built a bridge that goes like in the middle of what's there, a bay? I don't know what the hell the body of water, the ocean? I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. The road is on top of the water, son, and then it goes under the water to the next side, bro. Takes 30 minutes. You ain't see them just build that sky bridge and all that? Bruh, when it comes to the engineering, they've been some marvels of engineering. We could say, maybe we done created them or we created everybody. I get it. But I'm just saying, when it comes to engineering, when it comes to technologically, trust me, son, motherfuckers is scared. Motherfuckers is scared, bro. So you thinking on a smaller level when we think on a bigger level, when you think of the real pieces at play that's really moving the board, the chess pieces that's really moving the board, it's a real fact, bro.
Asian man got Asian man is.
I'm not done playing. Hold on, brother. Again, you said you were the dumbest nigga in the room.
Terrorists, right? Terrorists, right? Those terrorists need agents, right? So the terrorists, right? That goes to show you how agents is very important. How Mexicans are very important. I'm saying African American. Where is your importance outside of the niggas? Where they need it? Like they got to not worry about Mr. Fantastic.
That's the parts where I'm saying, like, he can't really, like, sometimes he don't have the words, JP, don't have the words to kind of like bring it across and articulate the point. But he's making some points that sometimes you can see, like, okay, this is a good point. Okay, he's going somewhere, maybe where he's going. Sometimes he doesn't have like the words to just articulate the point so that everybody could just get the point universally right there on the moment. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have those points. But with all of that, he still be, you know what I'm saying? This is why I got to look at the people that's supposed to be the person that's able to debate. I got to look at the people that have the lifestyles, that have the degrees. I can't look at JP. You know what I'm saying? I got to look at the people that's challenging that or putting those things down to say that this is what you are, you degenerate, and you all of this and you all of that. So I expect for those people to make a better standing when y'all doing the confrontation. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Basically, what I'm saying is no other races of men is threatened by you. They don't need shit from you. You don't own shit. You don't build nothing. You don't got nothing. Even though you work in the military, right, and you got a problem with me being on government assistance. But guess what? You government assistance. But guess what? You retire from the government. Guess what you can't do? You can't kick me off because you don't got that power. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Kick me off the government then. You don't like me being on welfare, kick me off then, government. You fought for.
Look at Fantastic Face is classic. He said, you don't like it? Kick me off the government then. Since you the damn government, then he called him the government. That's funny. Yeah. JP is funny, bro. Sorry. This nigga's funny.
You fought for 20 years with your life. Kick me off that motherfucker then. Your punk ass can't do it.
Somebody click this and send this to his state's welfare office. We're gonna fix your behind.
AFR.
These ass accolades. You ain't shit but a butler.
I guess this is the nigga worth the show, right?
JP is stupid. He said, you ain't hit but a butler. Yo, JP's funny, bro. JP's funny. But here we go. Flanders again. Ned Flanders, my man down there in the bottom right there. Pause. Ned Flanders with the mustache. He had to get his point in there again, man. So that's why we couldn't just get a decent little argument, little back and forth, funny shit. Because I look at it for that, you know what I'm saying? I don't take this debate as being some real serious debate. But I do see that in this debate, Fantastic lost this debate. He did. This little interaction he lost. In my perspective, he lost it. He lost it. I think he took cheap shots. I think he took the other routes. He ended up trying to, he brought the money in, you know what I'm saying? He tried to go into some, like, schooling people financially about some mortgages and buying houses or some shit. When we all understand that, like Chris said in the chat, yes, a house can be an asset in some ways, and I will read exactly what Chris said. Chris said, I would like to find that thought that Chris said, because Chris made a good ass point when he said that shit. He said assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. If a house allows you, he said, if a house allows you to save money, then that's an asset. You know what I mean? But some people can deem a house as a liability. You know what I mean? But if you got houses that you're selling or that you rent, however it goes, you know what I'm saying? It can be an asset too as well. So we understand that. So shout out to Chris for the point. But I don't think that Mr. Fantastic could really land the point really, because I think that he's read some people that are maybe into the real estate, into these things. So he has some of the points, but you can see when someone's talking from talking points and when someone actually have the knowledge on an actual, you can see the difference in between the two. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, yeah, when he threw out the jury, when he's on them little thin, thin, you say thin, but thin. I was in England for a while too. They said, yo, that thin ass chain. That thin ass chain. Yeah. Yeah, the little thin ass yellow chains. Hopefully that's 24 karat 99999. We in a world of moissanite ice. So I don't know. I mean, you probably look African, probably use some real gold that your godmother done gave you. You know what I mean? For a little 1-2 Kwanzaa or some shit. So I get it, bro. See, the fathers matter. You see what I'm on. So I respect it. I get it. But you know where me and Mr. Fantastic went wrong? I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. And he said, rappers, and in any shape, form, or fashion, I don't care what the context of the conversation is. I don't give a fuck what it's about. And you enter Will Smith as a credible rapper in any form or fashion, sir, you've lost me. Okay? 1-2 got jiggies with it. We probably got a 1-2 jiggy with it. We was in the club, Miami. You was on vacation. You was with some Latinas or some shit. You was in your bag. You was drinking tequila. You know what happened. You got jiggy with it. Maybe a 1-2 time. But nowhere on earth have you ever went to the DJ and said, yo, son, man, come on, man, play that Will Smith. Oh, come on, son. That party was dead, son. Nigga ain't played no Will Smith? No Willie? Pause. Pause. Never was Will Lamont Smith. I don't know his middle name, but he just sounds like a Lamont Smith. Was a request or a high demand or that hot of a commodity. Me personally, as a rapper, I'm just saying. I understand the point that you're trying to get to, but you lost me there, brother. You lost me there. That's like you said Jaden Smith. You might as well have just said Jaden. I'd have been like, I'd have probably took Jaden as a more credible rapper. I'd have took Jaden, bro. Jaden got bars, bro. Jaden got bars on the low. He be wilding behind the red paint and all the other shit he got going on with the red boots and all this other shit he got going on. Surprised he ain't wearing the horns and shit, but it's all good. Allegedly, let's leave that be. Will Smith, you did wrong, brother. You did wrong. Salute to y'all though, man. Y'all know I don't be live that much, man. But yo, listen, man. Y'all get in the comments. Y'all make sure y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. I think JP is real good entertainment. Yeah, I think he's funny. You know what I'm saying? I think he's funny. I think he makes some good points too. I don't think that he's a fool. I don't think he's stupid at all. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge people on how people live. I know people from the hood, a lot of people that talk like JP, even think like JP. I know a lot of people. So JP is not the only person. So for me, when I see people just so like take a walk in my neighborhood, bro. If y'all are so rattled by JP, just take a walk in my neighborhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of friends that in some shape, form, or fashion is like JP. So, I mean, some of them are just embody all of what you may deem JP to think like or be. Straight, all of it. Don't care about nothing, all of it. Straight. But what I take from it is that from some of these people, like of Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to use him as the one of the personnel, not just anybody that he's just talking to. Just use him because he's here talking to him today. What I see from JP is that JP has a freedom that he does not have. And he's still in the confinements of his own mind and society. And society is a box and a prison in itself, man. It don't matter if you've ever been behind bars. You don't have to be behind bars. Feel me? When you really remove the veil off your brain and understand some shit, you be like, damn, society itself can be that. prison. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just think Mr. Fantastic has some points too, because he's coming at it from an aspect of, you know what I'm saying, all of the niggery and all of the hood shit and all of that shit is a fucking fuck that. It's a farce, basically. Fuck that. Which anytime a person say that, you got to say, okay, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to find people that's from that environment, from the streets, from the real shit, that's going to say the exact same thing. And if they're not saying the same thing, even if they're doing it on the streets, doing it amongst people, when it comes to their children, they would not want their children to live that same lifestyle. Some people don't care, right? Some people don't care what life their kids lead, whether they, you know what I mean? But majority, we could say, right, if you're a parent, you wouldn't want, even if you live the wildest of lifestyle, you wouldn't want your kid to live that lifestyle as well. You would be against it, or you'd be hurt or put back by your child picking up that said lifestyle. So we understand, you know what I'm saying? So anybody that's going to make a point against that, you can make your points on that. You know what I'm saying? When we get caught up into the emotional, though, is when we take away from the real points that we're really trying to make. And I think on some of those points, emotion-wise, I think he lost the debate because JP was able to rattle him. JP was able to rattle him and made him take different tactics. He made some points too, but to me, JP won this debate flat. Straight. Some of the points he made, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he's like, nah, you broke and all this new wealth and all that, What you talking about? You begging the white man, And then JP says, okay, all right. But the white man made their life off of black people. They brought us here, all this other shit. They done got rich, benefited everything off of us, and they where they at right now because they didn't benefit off us. So why I can't go benefit off they ass? If they give me something, I'm going to go get it. Fuck their ass. I'm just benefiting. You can't knock him. It could be sounding degenerate as hell because we're gonna say, get off your own fucking ass. Go do it for yourself. You don't need no help from nobody. If you preaching all of this, you don't care about these people that much. Why not just go and do it on your own? So that makes sense. But when JP said that, I was like, He said sometimes I'll be like, no, kind of makes sense. This is what I'm saying. The white man did that, bro. YT man, whatever the fuck you want to call him. The YT man did that. So if he said he's doing it, it's funny, man, but I can't knock him, man. It is what it is. It's YouTube. It all makes for good entertainment, regardless. Hopefully, in some of the conversations, some people can actually pull some actual some truths out of it, something that you can probably apply to your own self. I don't know. In this conversation, what you'd be pulling to apply to your own self. Hopefully you got some humor. You know what I'm saying? If anything, hopefully you got some humor out of this. Make sure y'all subscribe to my community. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Go. We're at 25,000. Be a part of it. On the road to 26K. So salute to y'all. Uda. Always on go.
All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat. You been stuck in a computer. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters.